What's up, guys? New day, same old. We got a coral delivery, like I said I'd record for you. That's what we got going on here. Started opening the box and I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna record that. So, let's see what we got. We got two boxes of corals. Obviously one's a little bit bigger than the other. But the retail value on this is about 6,000 desk. Alright, right off the bat, big old Lobo. So that's what it appears to be. Now we're going to float these a little bit and then we'll dip them. Looks to be like some type of hammer. I think I got a couple of basic green hammers in this order. Ooh, Wilsone action. Another Wilsone. It's like another hammer-esque type coral. Looks purple. I didn't realize I bought any purple hammers. Branching Duncans. That is a trach, little green trach. Bought a bunch of these when I first opened up, and I also knew at trade shows they did pretty well. People like those little green trachs. So we got another one here. Bought one that was pretty interesting that I'm kind of excited to take a look at. The Duncan. I watch my sump. It's filling up with water. That appears to be Scully. Yep, that was a very expensive Scully that I bought right there. It's a bleeding apple, but it's more bleeding than it is apple. Looks like frog spawn. Got some purple frog spawn in this order. Nice. That is big old meaty Scully. Looks to be war painted. I am going to be the Scully king. I'll tell you that right now. A little green trach. Ooh yeah. Alright, so we got a pink trach. At least it looks pink in the bag. We'll see what it does under the lights. Must be the other one. Got two of those. It's pretty sick. I like that. I've never seen one of them before. And we got trach. Did I get a big old trach? Looks like I got a big old trach. Big old trach. Coral out of the water. That's good. This is to be a Favia. I think that's the Dragon Soul Favia. Float that guy upside down. Still got room water-wise in the sump, and that is, I believe, the Holy Grail torch. So I think I only bought one torch, and that was a Holy Grail. Not a very cheap coral. Some more of those little green trachs. It's like a big old frog spawn. Looks like it. Not 100% certain. That might be a hammer. I don't think I bought many hammers though. And that box is empty. And my sump is about maxed out. Good thing I didn't add any water for the evaporation. So we're gonna have to go float some stuff in the other system. We're all set up. We're going to open this one. That was a good cut. Man, I need to sharpen my blade. So we got the smallest stuff in here, which that makes sense to have that up in this system anyways. So let's hope that this time we don't have the same issues that we had last time. We had a box, I always do that, where we had a box where stuff had jumped around and wasn't handled with care during shipping, and we had some smashed up stuff. But, hey, look, they put bubble wrap in there this time. Good deal. Alright. Oh, right on its face. Zoanthid. I don't remember buying any zoanthids. Pavona. We got a zooming issue. Candy cane. I need my catkins. A little behind. Oh, what that is? Oh, scroll. And another scroll. A lot of this is going to be the same stuff because I order like bunches of it. Another zoanthid. Oh, you know what these zoanthids are? I did order zoanthids. Those are the AOIs. AOIs. Those will not be going in the $25 bin. Looks like some type of hammer. Not 100% certain on that. Big old meaty Duncan. Holy beast mode. Another Pavona. Scroll. Yeah, we got a lot of repeats. We got there. Is that like clove polyps? Not 100% certain. I don't know why they would have air in there. That's Tidal Gardens Ultra Leptoceras. We got a Duncan riding on its head. That's always good for it. A lot of repeats. A lot of repeats. Try to get through this box a little bit quicker. Luna. Clove. I think I bought cloves. I don't remember doing that though. My memory is not the best. Now it's smashed. A little rough with the corals there, boys. Oh, I got some Alveopora. Alveopora is beautiful coral, but very temperamental. bit emotional. Doesn't like being moved around, doesn't like being dipped. So we'll try to be as prudent. And did I buy a bunch of Duncans or what? I bought all the Duncans. Alveopora. Blasto. Hey, we got some Blasto. That's cool. More Ceres. Vona. I did get a cool. I think it was a Favia. We'll have to take a look at that. So not a ton of coral, but what we did get in, some of the pieces are crazy beautiful pieces and a little bit on the expensive side. Like that Holy Grail torch, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, that can go for anywhere up to 15 hundo just in that one coral for one head. They make for an interesting showpiece. They're beautiful, and I've never kept a torch, so a little bit of learning curve for me on that, and I just buy the most expensive, or one of the most expensive torches out there. So we got corals floating in the frag system. I'm sure Dory's not very happy about that. She tends to not like the color blue very much. So we got most of the frags up there in the $25 bin. Not all of that is going to be $25. We are going to be also getting this puppy up and running, throwing some carbon because water's got a little bit of a tint to it, but I would assume we start skimming and that's going to clear up pretty quick. But wanted to get this tank dirty. I think I achieved that. So we're going to throw the Air Aqua Duo in there once we get this water level down. I think I'm going to dip the little guys first in the tray, which I already got stuff mixed up. There's about 6 gallons of dip here. So we'll get those cups dipped, put in the system, and then we'll go over here and get these larger items going. Not all of it's going to fall into this system. Some of it will go in here because I still have some space up in this system over here. Not a lot of space, but some space. So got some really strong light in that kind of open spot right there. That's probably the highest par lighting I got. So it's kind of a balance between where your flow is and where your strong light is. But right here is pretty strong as well, since we dropped the radion, or at least the radions that are closer to where we're going to be keeping most of the Aquapora. So something that pretty awesome that happened. We had some bounce sun-kissed mushrooms come in, and well, it's just kicked on. That's good. We had some bounce sun-kissed mushrooms come in right there on the plug. I put them on the plug, and then all by itself already, one had split right in half, and now is 2 where there was 1. And that looks like I got another one ready to split as well. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll probably put the Scullies in here. We might put the torch in here, and then a couple of the frog spawns up in here, and then the rest of that stuff will stay down there. I gotta kill that light, because in those bags, it's not a good deal to have your lights floating under. Yeah, have your lights floating. Have your corals floating under lights, because you're basically creating a little mini greenhouse, and the temperature is going to get a lot hotter than you want it to get. I need some more caffeine. I'm gonna start dipping these corals. You guys have seen my dipping process. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description below, but I'll come back to you once we get these corals in here, probably the end of the day, just to let the corals settle in a little bit, because even some of the corals I got yesterday are still not happy. So we'll do a little bit of a coral tour this evening once the shop shuts down. I messed up. I didn't get to recording the videos on the corals, so I was going to go through and kind of talk through everything that we got. Lights are out. Lights are out. As you can see, there isn't as much going on in here as I thought there would be, which is a little bit of a letdown. But I do say that these other tanks are chock full. I guess I could grab the UV flashlight. Where is the UV flashlight? We'll just edit this whole thing out. Can't find the flashlight. Well, that's just silly. Anyways, these tanks, you can kind of get an idea, are hardcore full. The reason that these lights are off is because I reduced the photo period on the tank, because one, save on electrical, two, I'm still looking for the flashlight, still not finding it, but to save on the electrical and also cut down on the algae growth, because I was getting a fair amount of algae growth. The worst part about this is I had these lights so high that I was just wasting light. I mean, it was keeping the coral alive. They look neat, you know, but I need to drop them down. Now they're just kind of goofy, but it is what it is. So got a lot of coral today. The order itself, you know, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't, you know, like a little bit like, I wish that showpiece, because I bought showpieces, weren't so showy. They're more like large. But, so tomorrow, what we'll do for tomorrow's video, we'll take a look at all of the corals. I'll try to get some filming done before we even open up, because I don't have any deliveries tomorrow, so it should be pretty easy to get that done. The way that the lighting system is set up right now, I close the doors of the shop and it literally is like I got 20 minutes of light, and between feeding the fish, getting the clownfish, because they're not too far behind them, I'm all fed up. I can kind of put off the freshwater fish feeding because I control that. I don't have that automated, but you know, it went quick and I wasn't able to get that. I guess I could have filmed during the day, but you know, I feel kind of weird about doing that right now. Maybe I won't down the road, but as of right now, you know, it is what it is. But I do have nice pieces. It's just not its quality, it's just not the size that I expected it to be, I guess, is what it comes down to. And that, you know, for the most part was a little disappointing. But tomorrow what we'll do for that video is we'll go through and we'll check all the new arrivals so you guys can take a look at that stuff. But yeah, today was a quiet day. We did about what my hope, I guess, is what I would call it. I hope to do this amount every single day. And then, you know, whatever else is kind of extra. But it's kind of hard to read, you know, how things are going. Like my assumption for tomorrow, it's Friday. So most people get paid on Friday, but it's going to be nice out. So I don't know if it's going to be like a, hey, we got money, take our money, I want coral, or is it just going to be like, yeah, hi, me talking to a camera. Huh? All right, so sorry I didn't get the recap on the corals for you guys, but for the most part, you know, we'll go through that tomorrow and we'll kind of document that in detail. And yeah, I gotta go take care of some phytoplankton, and put this video up. Then I'm gonna go home. Tired. We're run down today. Don't know why. It's not like I'm working for a living. I'm selling coral for a living. Peace.